What if I told you that cattle could be part of a climate solution? That's interesting, right? Well, it's true, and it's because of how methane works. Let me explain. Cattle emit methane, which is a strong greenhouse gas. And we need to make sure we're not emitting more methane. But if we can decrease it, then good things can happen. Methane is a greenhouse gas emitted from various sources. There's fossil fuel extraction, wetlands, and ruminant animals. When we measure methane's impact on the climate, we do so by comparing it to carbon dioxide, which is the most abundant greenhouse gas in our atmosphere. But the way we've been comparing the two climate pollutants doesn't reflect how they warm the planet. And if we're talking about a warming climate, then we should measure greenhouse gases by how they warm. Current standards say 1 molecule of methane is as strong as 28 molecules of carbon dioxide over 100 years. And that's true. But methane doesn't live for 100 years. It's a short-lived climate pollutant, staying in our atmosphere for about 10 years before it's destroyed, meaning it's not causing warming for hundreds of years. Carbon dioxide stays in our atmosphere for 1,000 years, building up and continuing to warm long after it's emitted. Methane from cattle is also part of the biogenic carbon cycle, which has been around since life began. As part of photosynthesis, plants capture carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, absorbing the carbon and releasing the oxygen. That carbon is converted into carbohydrates in the plant, which is then consumed by a cow where it's digested and released from the cow as methane. After 10 years in the atmosphere, that methane is broken down and converted back into carbon dioxide. These carbon molecules are the same carbon molecules that were in the plant the animal ate, which was pulled from the atmosphere by the plant and is now back in the atmosphere. It's recycled carbon. Methane from cattle is considered a flow gas because as it is emitted, it is destroyed. Conversely, carbon dioxide from fossil fuels is a stock gas, which means it's stockpiling, or in other words, building up in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide emitted today is added to the carbon dioxide emitted yesterday, which was added to the carbon dioxide the day before, and so on. This isn't a cycle. It's a one-way source of warming.
If you reduce methane from cattle, you pull carbon out of the atmosphere, and that induces global cooling. Can it be done? It can be done, and it has been done.